Welcome TikTok, welcome. I'm waiting for the other guys to join. Don't forget to like the video when you get into the live stream. Thank you. I see my people already joining. Welcome on board. Let's talk about the FIFA World Cup draw. Let's talk about the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations and the Super Eagles quest to win in Morocco. So please, if you join the live stream on TikTok particularly, please keep it busy, engage with it, and then we're going to have some fun tonight. Yeah, we will. Give me a minute, waiting. For the guys on YouTube to join. Welcome. Sporty greetings to you wherever you are in the world watching me. I'm your main guy, Austin OKON-AKPAN. You know the drill on this channel. Tell me, where are you watching me from? I want to know. I like putting that into perspective so I can show some love to my people. But whenever I come online, yesterday I said on air because of television and broadcasting, what it has done to me, some persons have been saying, Austin, let these people know who you are. So let me give you a bit of a background. I've been a broadcaster for about approaching 20 years. Can you believe it? So I'm not your regular content creator. No disrespect to those guys, but sometimes like, but still, I was telling somebody that you're not a content creator. They're arguing, no, I'm not a content creator. I'm a proper broadcaster, mainstream media. I've been doing it actively for 20 years. And so when I come here to talk to you, with all due respect, it's an authority that is talking to you. You know, that's why I keep telling you this is the place to be. I understand the entire process of news gathering, call it information gathering, processing, and dissemination. This is my YouTube channel. It's simply Proudly Austin. That's who I am on the streets. That's who I am, Proudly Austin. What do I do? It's sports, entertainment, and so much more. Because I thought about it, yes, my bias is sports, but hey, there are other aspects of Austin that I would like to talk to you about. I'm big on entertainment, so on YouTube, when you see me post those highlights, it's just my own choice of music. And if I see a big entertainment event, you know, I go cover it, you know. I was right there at the Notting Hill Carnival. I was right there at the Independence Show. So when I have an opportunity to edit those sort of videos and let you see my fun side, I will do it because, as I said, this is the fun factory. So welcome on board. Where are you watching me from? Welcome TikTok. Welcome Facebook. Welcome YouTube. I want to tell you what went down today, last night, in Washington D.C, in the United States of America. The draw ceremony for the 2026 FIFA World Cup was done without Nigeria. Guys, something happened to me today when I was watching that. It was a moment of reflection. I started asking myself a lot of questions. So you mean for the first time that we're having an expanded World Cup with 47 teams, potential 10 teams from Africa? Nigeria is missing. My people, I had my hands like this on my cheek for a very long time. I couldn't believe it. Nigeria will not be at the World Cup. Morocco is at the World Cup. Cape Verde is at the World Cup. Even Ghana that couldn't qualify for the Afcon is at the World Cup. It got me thinking. I started asking myself questions. I started saying, where did we go wrong? I put myself into the conversation. The media, what sort of role did we play? I started asking myself a lot. Nigeria, consecutively, we miss out of the World Cup. Tough. Nigerians, tell me, did you feel the same way when the World Cup draw was being done? How did you feel? What came to mind? Nigeria missed out in 2022. Nigeria will miss out again in 2026. If we miss out in 2030, then we should just stop playing football. Yeah. I was worried, guys. Legit, I was bothered. That was my opening when I got on my TV show. I said, ladies and gentlemen, let's reflect. Nigeria will not be at the World Cup. I remember when I got to Doha, I did a transit flight from Istanbul to Doha. And when I got into Doha, my normal ritual, when I'm covering the World Cup, I go get my accreditation and straight I go to the Super Eagles Hotel. Right after I got my accreditation in Doha in 2022, I said, where do I go to next? I started looking for the Morocco community to cover Morocco. And then I said, 2026 will correct this. Ladies and gentlemen, Nigeria will not be at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And reality, it bites so hard when it wants you to understand that, look, if you mess with me, I'll come give you a check. So reality checked on me during the FIFA World Cup draw ceremony. Like, no, Nigerians, this is tough. How are we going to get out of this situation? I started running temperature. Like, what did we do this? I started going back. I went back to November 2024. That was the first time we played Lesotho. Match day 1 of the World Cup qualifiers. I saw everything clearly. How Lesotho scored Nigeria first. And we had to come back through Semi Ajayi. I saw it. I said, what happened? We couldn't beat Lesotho. We just reached the final of the Africa Cup of Nations. And we can't beat lowly rated Lesotho. And right there, I knew there was going to be a problem. Oh, yes. And then we went match day 2, draw, Zimbabwe. Match day 3, draw. Match day 4, defeat. Who did this to us? People are calling me saying, slow down on what you're saying on the NFF. I gotta hold everybody responsible. I've also searched myself. I said, Austin, what didn't you do? What were you supposed to do for this campaign that you didn't do? I've searched the players. But everything rises and falls on leadership. So the leadership, that's where the buck stops, right there. Leadership. What sort of leaders do we have in the Nigeria Football Federation? How qualified are they? What's their knowledge of the game? How passionate are they? Are they truly football leaders? It was a deep reflection. It was painful. It hurts. I was asking questions. At some point I was looking at the walls. I needed someone to talk to me. I wanted an explanation. Nigeria, with all our talents, with all our human resource, our population, the market, will miss out of the World Cup again. It was painful. For the people, we have a rich community in the United States of America, in Canada. Imagine what this would have done for the country. How we will unite at the global stage. I remember covering the World Cup in South Africa in 2010. How we stormed the stadium each time Nigeria was playing. I remember when I covered the World Cup in 2014 in Brazil. Our first match in Curitiba. How Nigerians walked for about 4 hours to the stadium. I remember in that same World Cup when we beat Bosnia and Herzegovina, it was on my birthday, I'll never forget, June 22nd. And we danced around the entire Cuiabá, that's the city. We were so happy. Nigerians came out. I felt I was in Lagos. We were united away from home. It was football that did it. It was so powerful. I didn't want it to end. Brazilians came out, beautiful women, boys and girls. They came, they were celebrating with us. We only beat Bosnia 1-0. But the joy of being at that World Cup, the unity gave to us as Nigerians, the global prestige, we liked it. I cherished those moments. I liked what happened in South Africa for us. I loved what happened in Brazil. And then came Russia 2018. See, we were present. I was there also. I'll never forget. I had a very long train journey from Moscow, from St. Petersburg. I traveled with a train for about 16 hours to Volgograd to watch Nigeria beat Iceland. Can you guys remember Ahmed Musa's brilliance? Oh, what happened to Nigeria's football? I still remember that run from Victor Moses, that cross, and how Ahmed Musa controlled it and finished it off. It was my birthday. Again, and he dedicated one of those goals to me. He said, Austin, during the teamwork, I spoke to you, you told me good luck, so I dedicate one of the goals to you. I felt so good. We liked it. I traveled for so long together and I didn't feel it. That was in 2018. 2022, Nigeria didn't qualify. I said, no problem. We will learn. I'll still go to the World Cup. And I went there, took myself to Doha. I liked the experience. TikTok guys, please, let's get busy with the page. I don't want to lose you guys. Please, TikTok guys, let's pump it up with the likes. If you want me to continue the story. I want to tell you football story from Nigeria and how leadership has disgraced us, has messed us up, has put us in a very difficult situation. So please, if you get into the live stream on TikTok, like it. On YouTube, please do the same thing. On Facebook, please like it. Drop your comments. If you want to be part of it also, it's come to a time I'll drop the link. You can be part of it. And then I'll bring you on. I'm seeing your comments. I'll soon get into it. You know me, I do the show for you guys. I do the show for you guys. I must read your comments. It's a ritual. I must read your comments before I leave. And if you want to join, you're free to join. I want to tell you a beautiful story of how football, not just football, but because we're in the football season, I feel like talking about sports, but that's holistic. We're not going to leave here if I start with sports. So I want to stay with football and particularly Nigeria's quest, Nigeria's World Cup experiences. You notice I skipped 1994 and 1998. I started from 2010 because I was not at the World Cup in 1994 and 1998. I'm talking about my personal experiences covering the World Cup and how much of a beautiful experience it was. But leadership now is messing us up. So I'll never forget. I covered the World Cup in 2010, I covered the World Cup in 2014, I covered the World Cup in 2018, I covered the World Cup in 2022 without Nigeria. And I'm going to go to Canada again in 2026. Nigeria will not be there. Oh, my dear country, Nigeria. What is going on? It was such a sad experience watching what happened today. You see, the draw ceremony is supposed to pump you up. When they pick that ball, open it up and say Nigeria. You start winning already. That's the power of football. See what football is already doing to DR Congo. They've not even qualified. As a country, they are better. As a people, they are stronger. They are more united. That's the power of football. That's what we are joking with in Nigeria. It has a powerful soft power. We are playing with it in Nigeria. Oh, I felt so bad. What a night. What a night. I had to pop a bottle of beer open and I gulped it. Try to forget. I couldn't forget it. I got on that TV show. I struggled to do it. I said, let me come talk to my people. What do you guys feel? What do you think about this sad Nigeria's World Cup experience in terms of people with passion? And if we are to calculate the economics, no African country would have gained from this World Cup like Nigeria. In the United States of America. Yeah, Romanus, I will soon, please don't go, stay with me. I'll soon drop the link. You can come join me, on the show. Thank you so much to everyone joining. Please don't forget, if you're doing it on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like this video and share it. Go call some people. Call people who love football in Nigeria. That Austin is taking us way back. Austin is trying to understand what's wrong with our football. So when you see me wear suits and come on this my live stream, just know it's serious business. Then when I'm light, I can wear my NFF, my Super Eagles outfit. But whenever you see me, I wear suit from my TV show and I don't take it off. Austin has got a story to tell. So it was so tough for me. I went to the 2022 FIFA World Cup. I landed in Doha and reality struck. It hit me so hard. The Nigeria is not here. Everybody that I met, and because I always wear my Nigerian muffler, I'm proudly Nigerian. Yeah, JJ. They'll say, oh, JJ, how is JJ? They'll say, oh, Finidi George, Daniel Amokachi, Nwankwo Kanu, oh, Mikel Obi, John Miguel Obi. Ibrahim Gusso, the NFF president, was at the draw ceremony in Washington D.C. You see what I was saying about these leaders? They will do what they want to do because they know it doesn't affect them. They will still be at the World Cup. They have committees in FIFA where they belong. They will work. They will still go meet other people. We had no business failing to qualify for this 2026 World Cup. Nigeria had no business failing to qualify. From that group, Lesotho, Benin Republic, Rwanda, Zimbabwe, South Africa, with all due respect, until this last Afcon in Cote d'Ivoire, what was South Africa if you put them side by side with our football? But that's what happens when you start messing up. They say now all that we don't get respect children they play with. Yes, they will see you finish. That's the sad story of our World Cup experience in Nigeria. It hurts me so bad. This one touched me. I was asking myself a lot of questions. I was saying, when will this end for Nigeria? Imagine if we fail to qualify in 2030. Because it is with the World Cup that I know 4 years is nothing. I'll tell you this for free. I just told you I've covered 4 World Cups. That's 16 years gone. 16. Just like that. 2010, 2014, 2018, 2022. If I cover this one now, 20. Just imagine if I'm telling somebody my broadcast experience, I'm telling you I have covered 5 World Cups. I'm not telling you I have 20 years of broadcast journalism experience. I have covered 5 World Cups. If I'm talking to you, you better sit down and listen to me. You're not one small person that is telling you what's going on with this team. And I'm not just football. Hello? I'm not just football. and sports. My dear brothers and sisters, if you're hearing the sound of my voice, if you're watching me, tonight I want us to reflect as a people. For me, when I cover the World Cup, I use it to understand how football can be used to transform this world, because my master's degree is in international relations and I did my thesis on the power of football as a soft power to unite the world. So whenever I go to the Olympics, I go to the World Cup, that objective comes to mind. How everybody just come together and it's such a beautiful, beautiful atmosphere. There you feel the power of sports to transform lives, to unite the world. See, Iran was in there in Washington D.C. Nobody remembers how you have problem with this one or that one. No. Football eradicates those nonsense. Let two countries be fighting and they have players of those same countries from Arsenal, their teammates. They will play with a unity of purpose. That's how powerful sports can be. And our leaders are playing with it. Should I get into the economics? The business side of it? So powerful. Do you know what Usain Bolt, one individual, do you know what he did for Jamaica? Just running, sprinting. Do you know what he did to the economics of Jamaica? He even launched a train service in the United Kingdom, emphasizing his speed. One man. Do you know what Novak Djokovic has done for Serbia? One man. Tennis. You see, I'm not even talking football. I'm talking individual sports now. Do you know what Manny Pacquiao did to the Philippines with boxing? One man. At the time that Spain was so big with football, there's no popular footballer that you call out of Spain that was bigger than Rafael Nadal. Oh yes. And we are playing with that industry because we have the wrong people running it. They should stop disturbing me because I'm disturbed. They say, oh, Austin, you are talking about these people too much. Oh, Austin, you are not being nice to these people. Oh, Austin, can you come? I'm not coming down. We're not tapping into the potentials. We're sleeping on a bicycle. We're not doing it right. We will not stop. So, I'm already scrolling it. The draw ceremony was done today for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and it really got us talking. But I was, interested in the African teams. 9 of them participated. We're waiting to see if DR Congo will do just enough to, make it 10 teams for Africa. So Africa's representatives at the 2026 FIFA World Cup, they were handed a mix of glamorous showdowns, manageable pathways, and daunting early challenges after the group stage draw was concluded in Washington, D.C. on Friday. The expanded 48-team format set the record straight. I think I said 47 last time. 48-team format being used for the first time. For the first time, we're going to be having 48 teams at the FIFA World Cup. It has produced several headline fixtures involving African nations. We'll now have a clear picture of the journey ahead in the United States, Mexico, and Canada next year in June. The continent enters the tournament with 9 confirmed qualifiers, I told you already, with the DR Congo still potentially joining via the intercontinental playoffs. And the draw served up a series of compelling matchups that immediately set the tone for Africa's ambition on the global stage. And it's going to happen without Nigeria. Mexico will face Brazil as South Africa got Mexico. Morocco will face Brazil as South Africa were landed Mexico test. Morocco, of course, the Africa's top-ranked side and semi-finalists at the last World Cup in Qatar 2022. They headlined the continent's assignments after being drawn into Group C alongside Brazil, Scotland, and Haiti. It is arguably the group of the World Cup's African contingent, pitting the Atlas Lions against five-time world champions Brazil in a fixture setting to draw global attention. And with the way Morocco, they are playing their football, I think that will really get us talking if they can come out, and do something that will really draw attention to their World Cup ambition. So there you have it. The draw was done on Friday, right there in Washington. And if you think football is not powerful, you see the way Donald Trump used it? Oh, yes. He's been asking for a peace prize. Peace prize. They don't want to give him. FIFA had to give him one. The first FIFA Peace Prize award went to the United States of America's president. Yeah. It was a Donald Trump and Gianni Infantino show, I must confess. And it just tells you that world leaders, powerful world leaders, they know the power of football. Because check, since when they announced the United States as co-host, everything that they do for this World Cup, Donald Trump is on the forefront. From the FIFA Club World Cup, he was already marketing this World Cup. Like, see, guys, when I always talk, I tell you guys that for a country's football, sports, whatever to do well, the president must lead it. I'm not saying you shouldn't have generals, but you must know what is going on. Because Trump knows that there is economic value in hosting this World Cup. And he's already showing it. So no disrespect to Canada and Mexico. It's the USA show. My USA people, I'll talk to you guys. I'm coming. You guys will tell me what this is already doing for the country. It's the USA show. And they've been saying it that they are ready to receive 7 million people, visitors, that they are ready, that they have set everything for people to come into the country. And they will make sure it is safe and secure. So that was Gianni Infantino right there when he was giving Donald Trump the Peace Prize award. I saw that picture and I was going to come show you guys so you have an idea of how big, this was for Donald Trump. He wasn't taking its chance. He didn't see it as a small event. He knows the entire world will be watching America. So right from the red carpet, Donald Trump was already, taking the show. This one is no matter of, they should come and brief me. Man was present from start to finish. Had a good time, enjoyed himself. That's how to let his country know that we are not joking with this competition. It's going to be big, it's huge. America can use it to, reaffirm its position as a world superpower. Oh yes. That's why I like Donald Trump. I like him so much for that. Look guys, let's take away politics. The man is on top of his game, particularly when it is to show the world that you cannot mess around with the United States of America. That's a leader right there. Yes, I'm not for the politics that Gianni Infantino has been doing. But if you've studied somebody and you know that this person can actually mess your event up, you have to bring them close. Yeah, it's risk management. You identify the problem, you manage the problem, you keep assessing it, you monitor it, keep it close. That's how you don't turn a risk into a problem. And Gianni is doing that so well. I have always been an advocate. Part of what I studied also in international relations is we must separate sports from politics. We must understand it as a soft power, but we should not use it to bring down countries. So that was why, for instance, when Libya did the nonsense they did to Nigeria at the airport, when South Africa did that useless politics of taking us to a cattle ranch to play the World Cup qualifiers, you see, I condemned it because we shouldn't use sports to do those sort of things. So feed your eyes on the World Cup groups. Feed your eyes. Why you do that if you're a Nigerian? Close it for 3 seconds. Open it again, you'll see Nigeria is not there. Then you close it, ask yourself questions. Now, why should 48 countries that are known with football gather? 48. And Nigeria will not be there. Tough. Why will 48 countries come together to say, we want to play football? And Nigeria will not be there. Potentially 10 from Africa. So they say top 10 countries in Africa? They want to use the World Cup to judge Nigeria will not be part of the top 10 countries in Africa. Leadership has ruined us. So that's the group right there. After the draw ceremony was done today in Washington, D.C., Group A, we have Mexico, Korea, South Africa. And one team will join them from one of the UEFA playoffs, either Denmark, North Macedonia, Czech Republic, or Ireland will complete Group A. In Group B, the co-host, Canada, Switzerland, Qatar, and another team from the UEFA playoff. It could be Italy, Northern Ireland, Wales, or Bosnia. But a lot of persons are already tipping Italy to go through. In Group C, I talked about it earlier, Brazil, Africa's top team at the World Cup. Yeah, they deserve that title now. Morocco, Scotland, and Haiti. Group D, the main host, the United States of America, Australia, Paraguay, and one playoff team from the UEFA pot, either Turkey, Romania, Slovakia, or Kosovo. In Group E, there's Germany, Ecuador, another of Africa's representative, Ivory Coast, and Curacao. My state, Akwa Ibom, we have more people than Curacao. Curacao will be at the World Cup. Nigeria fails to qualify for the World Cup. It is tough. In Group F, the Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia, another Africa's representative, and one from the UEFA playoff to either be Ukraine, Sweden, Poland, or Albania to complete Group F. In Group G, we have Belgium, Iran, Egypt, and New Zealand. In Group H, there's Spain, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, and Cape Verde. Cape Verde made history as the third smallest country to qualify for the World Cup. Third smallest country in the world to make it to the World Cup. Nigeria, most populous black nation in the world, they will watch from home. And people are saying I should not call out the leaders. For how long will this continue? I'll keep calling them out. They will keep sneezing because of me until we get it right. And it's simple. It's not. Look, we didn't say come and lead football. But if you know you cannot lead football, get out. It's not by force. Go away. Let's go on. Group I, there's France, Senegal. That's one team I'm looking forward to do something. And I think this is a pretty easy group for Senegal. France, Senegal, Norway, and some other team from the Intercontinental Playoff, either Iraq, Bolivia, or Suriname. Small Suriname. In Group J, there's Argentina, Austria, Algeria, and Jordan. Group K, Portugal, Colombia, Uzbekistan, and one team from the Interconfederation stage playoff. In fact, Interconfederation playoff. It's either DR Congo, Jamaica, or New Caledonia. That would have been Nigeria. Shena, this kind of group we know for qualify from. NFF. They went to playoff, you went to hold their money. Got players angry. You got them angry. You tested their patience. That would have been our group. Group K. It's DR Congo that is there. Group L, you have England, Croatia, Panama, and Ghana. So best wishes to all the teams from Africa that made it to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. I genuinely pray for DR Congo. I pray they make it to the Afcon, to the World Cup. It will be very good for them. I think they've worked so hard. The presidents of the country, they've all come together to reach this stage, and I think they will do just enough to beat those teams. Come on, it shouldn't be a problem for DR Congo. So go DR Congo, make us proud, give Africa 10 slots at the World Cup, and when the action, is done, I'm hoping that they can, advance from that group. I mean, it's Portugal, Colombia, Uzbekistan. Maybe Colombia might just be a problem. Usually people expect Portugal to advance, but I've always said it that with football, anything can happen. The first game for Argentina at the 2022 FIFA World Cup was to Saudi Arabia, and they lost it. They lost it, but Argentina went on to win the World Cup. But it's on record that lowly rated Saudi Arabia at the time beat Argentina. That's our world of sports, where impossible is nothing. So yeah, that's the complete group. Now you know. I'll always show you. If you come to my platform, there's nothing going on in our world of sports that you will not know. Because I'm your main guy. I'll give you everything you want to know. So for those of you who rocked and rolled with me, last night I told you about William Troost Ekong, Super Eagles captain. He called it quits, after a decade of representing Nigeria. Joined the team in 2015. Played for Nigeria, I think 83 times. Scored 8 goals. And he said he's done. Let's bring some sound bites from the FIFA World Cup draw ceremony, just so you just see some of the things that went down. I like this one when the 3 leaders from the United States of America, Canada, the Prime Minister, and the President of Mexico. I just hope we're not going to have a problem with this video. So I'm just going to let you get sound bites from the FIFA World Cup draw. And then we'll get into the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Let's get into the FIFA World Cup draw.
Everything.
But let's see.
Are you sure? Are you sure that is the ball? You can still change it if you want.
Does he know something that I don't know? Let's give it a shot.
Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Okay.
This is shocking.
United States of America. Excellent. Group D1.
How did they know it was going to be USA? I think it was planned.
Will be drawn.
And that was Trump saying that was shocking. It wasn't. You knew, Mr. President.
Oh, Canada. Oh, congratulations.
So I think all the balls in there were the countries hosting.
Nobody's ever sold as many tickets, and you're still a long way from that ball being kicked down the field. So I just want to congratulate you. What an incredible leap this has been, and congratulations to FIFA.
There's more than 200 nationalities in Canada, more than 200 nationalities in FIFA. The top 48 are coming to North America. It is going to be the biggest deal ever.
Bueno, estamos orgullosos, orgullosas.
Well, we are proud to receive the World Cup for the 3rd time. Mexico is an extraordinary, beautiful, magical country, and millions will visit our nation. I also want to say that we have an extraordinary, hardworking people, something truly special. We have enjoyed the ball game since ancient times.
Nosotros disfrutamos del juego de pelota desde tiempos ancestrales.
So there you have it, the 3 leaders from the host countries right there at the draw ceremony in Washington, D.C. It was a colorful event. Shout out to America. They know showbiz. They might not really know football, but showbiz, leave it to them. That's why I cannot wait for the Los Angeles Olympics. Wow, they're going to give us a show. We're going to Los Angeles. So America will definitely, give us something to remember. TikTok guys, thank you. I see you guys coming. We're talking about the 2026 FIFA World Cup draw ceremony that was done today on Friday, because some of us were already on Saturday. On Friday in Washington D.C. in the United States of America. So it means we now have the teams that we compete. We're waiting for the complete schedule. Stay with me. I'll tell you everything. So on TikTok, thank you so much. If you have comments, just drop it. I can see it. I have this device for you guys right in front of me, especially dedicated to my TikTokers. But don't forget to like the video. That's the only problem I have with TikTok. Let's keep that live stream busy just so we don't lose it, because they always threaten me that if it's not active, they're going to lose it. And I don't want to lose my guys. I want you guys to stay with me. On Facebook, I'm watching you guys. I have the device that I'm seeing everything that is going on. Thank you so much for rocking and rolling with me and my people on YouTube. Thank you so much. I see your comments. I'm going to dive right into it now before we get into the Afcon segment. I will keep the group scrolling for you guys to see it. Those of you who haven't seen the complete group for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, I'll keep it rolling so you look at it. Let's get into the comments. Henry, I appreciate you always being in fact, you're my top fan on this channel. I have not even gone live and your message dropped. I was like, wait a minute, how did he do that? I was just getting ready to come live and I saw this message, Baba, where you? And I was laughing. I said, how did Henry send this message and I'm not even live? So thank you so much, Henry, for your support, for being loyal to my channel. I do this because of you guys, and that's the sort of encouragement that I need to keep it going. So thank you. I appreciate the love. I see your comment, Rashanos on Leon. Where you from? Where you watching me from? Okay, I'm on Rash, watching you from Atlanta City, Georgia State. Oh, awesome. You're my favorite sportsman. Oh, I'm going to frame this and keep. Thank you so much, Hansi. I appreciate. You're my favorite sportsman. I like your sports show so much. You're my favorite. Much love, sir. Thank you. Much love. I appreciate your appreciation for me. It's aura for aura. Thank you. I love you right back. I appreciate. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Turn on notification. Look, I do not know how to schedule this live thing because I don't just want to keep having the same people. I want us to keep growing as a community. We're approaching 13K. Maybe when we get to 25K, I'll start scheduling it. And then we'll be doing stuff for fun. But for now, as the spirit leads, I just jump and I do the talk. So, Hansi, if you want to have a conversation with me, please come on YouTube. I see you watching me on Facebook. I appreciate you doing that. But please, if you can come on YouTube, that's when you can see the StreamYard link that I'm going to put so you can join me to do the live show. I would like to hear from you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And your name, where are you from? I know you live in Atlanta City. Where are you from? Are you Korean? Because your name doesn't sound Nigerian or African. Abolanle, I see your message. I couldn't still believe it also that our great nation, Nigeria, did not qualify for the World Cup. We didn't qualify. We played with a campaign. We did not take it serious. And it's action and consequence. Because it is what you sow, you reap. So that's it. That's the consequence. Can I ask a question? Please ask a question on TikTok. I see you. Ask me the question. I can't see your name. It's just M and some flags. So ask me a question. I'm here for you. Ask your question. I'll answer you. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. We didn't qualify. Jacob Kenny, though, very painful. I couldn't believe it. I just feel like changing my nationality. I feel your pain, Jacob. I know how you feel. I felt that way. So just imagine how it is for me. I talk about these things every day on TV. I have to talk about it. So imagine what I go through trying to say the same things over and over and over and over again. And some persons aren't just listening. They just keep doing the same things over and over and over again. It's stressful. It's tough. Rashano's on C. So Austin, Nigeria is not serious at all. I know. Appreciate it. I know. I love the story, so thank you. I try to tell you that, tell you guys that story because some people don't understand that this thing affects people. Do you know the business potentials that we've missed out on not going to this World Cup? Think about tourism, transportation, hospitality. Think about Nigerians in the diaspora. It would have been a meeting place for all of us. People would have planned. There was a guy I was speaking to during the Player of the Year, right here on my show, was saying that he has bought a Nigerian jersey for his wife and his kids, and they are looking forward to going to the World Cup. Gosh, what about the players? Victor Osimhen might never get a chance to play at the World Cup. Ademola Lookman might never get to play at the World Cup. Sad. It's a painful story. Hey, my man, Ike Njoku, good to have you. Thank you. I greet you especially, Austin. Good evening. Welcome. I'll soon be dropping the link, guys. You guys can start coming up. We will just discuss the World Cup group. When we're done with the World Cup group, we'll close it and face our Afcon, because that one is coming up in 15 days' time. 15 days to the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. I want to join you on live. Please, I'm waiting. Don't go. I would like to have you on the live call. I'll drop the link soon. Let me just finish reading the comments. Funny man of your more Grace Austin. I like what you're doing. It's very sad, my brother. My brother, it's heartbreaking. It's a painful experience. This World Cup that Nigeria missed. It is a painful experience, and I really just hope that as a country, it will do something to us. Yeah. Everybody complains about this bad music. Okay, I'm just gonna turn it. But you see, that music charges me. I must hear that music. Well, okay, it should be better now. Turn it down a bit. Yeah, funny man, thank you for your comment. And let me see. Okay, Chicken. I just turned down the music. You see, people complain about it. San Fran says hi. Hello, San Fran. Where you watching me from? I always want to know where you're watching me from. Rashana's, it's a sad World Cup without Nigeria. Anyway, I will support all the other African countries like Ghana, Morocco. Yeah, let's do it for Africa. Hansen said Ghana is in Nigeria. Ghana is in trouble. How is Ghana in trouble? I don't think so. Ghana's group isn't that much of a threat. Let me look at it again. Ghana in trouble? I don't think so. England, Croatia. Look, Croatia, Ghana can go anywhere. England is just big name. You're easy to look at it. Senegal came to England to beat them. Oh. We hope you know that. So don't look at football that way. Anything can happen, you know. So I don't think that should worry Ghana in any way. I do not see it as a problem. Meso, thank you for the like. I see you on TikTok, guys. Follow Meso that way. Let's keep the TikTok stuff busy. And feel free to heart me, you know. Be part of the fan club on TikTok. As I said, when I get the device to link up everything, we're gonna have a seamless, you know, interaction on TikTok. So just don't watch the live stream. Become a member of the community on TikTok, and we'll do so much more together. So Rash, I don't think is a problem. I think Ghana can make it out of that group if they stay focused. They just need to win their first game, avoid a defeat against England and against Croatia. Go and play football. You never know. This is football where anything can happen. Olubenga, welcome. I see you. Good to have you around. Only OKON has resigned. Nobody from the sport ministry has done yet. Nobody. The president of the NFF was at the draw in Washington D.C. Nothing has changed for them. Don't you get it? That's why they keep doing the things they're doing. The man went to he will sit down front row seat. The World Cup will come, he will be there. He will say, oh, he works for one FIFA committee. That's why these things don't touch them. They will keep doing the same thing. Che King, Jessem, watching from London. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What's going on? What part of London? Austin, it was really sad for me watching the draws today. My brother, the thing weak me. My body kind of shake at some point. It finally dawned on me that Nigeria did not qualify. Honestly, I had planned so much for this World Cup. Unfortunately, Nigeria won't be here. I had said that I was going to bring my live stream to the World Cup. I will sit down with the fans, Nigerian fans. We will do a proper live stream. We'll just look for one venue, we'll brand it. I wanted a proper fans experience at the World Cup. I don't have a business with the stadium and the rest. We'll just find somewhere we watch as Nigerians, make our noise, we'll bring our suya, bring our small stout, our beer, make our Nigerian noise. Let them feel us. It's never going to be the same. Sad. I know how you're feeling, Jaku. D-Babs J. I pray we win the Africa Cup of Nations. Then we can console ourselves with that for not going to the World Cup. Now, my brother, that is another problem. The moment we win, we conclude that we don't have a problem. You see, there's something about winning by chance or just favor compared to when you win by design, by deliberate planning, when you win with a system and structure in place. Let me show you countries that have won the World Cup. Walk with me. Let me show you. Tell me one of those countries that you see that have won the World Cup that did not do it by design. So if we win this Afcon, they will say, oh, we were just unfortunate not to qualify for the World Cup. Everything is fine. Did we not tell you guys? No, we're not unfortunate. Are you forgetting, DJ Babs J, that we made it to the final of the Afcon in Cote d'Ivoire? So a team that could beat other African teams, top teams, we beat Angola, we beat South Africa. Tell me, guys, who were we in the same group with? We had a good run. All through the group phase, we beat South Africa, I think, in the semis to get to the final. We beat Angola in the quarterfinals. I struggle now to remember who played in the round of 16. You guys know your football, tell me. But what I'm trying to say is, we did all of that, got to the final of the Afcon, and we cannot beat Lesotho. We didn't beat Zimbabwe home and away to qualify for World Cup. We beat Rwanda home and away. We didn't beat South Africa home and away. How do you want to go to the World Cup? For a team, if it was victory by design at the last Afcon, there's no way you would have struggled to qualify for the World Cup. If there was a proper system and structure in place that you follow, that your football, that will guide what you're doing as a country, administration, planning, logistics, players' welfare, infrastructure, there's no way you'll be struggling to qualify for the World Cup. So that's why I'm careful the way I even pray for Nigeria to win. Because the moment we win, everything is fine. No, there was no problem. We're just unfortunate. Meanwhile, we're forgetting that there's no proper structure and systems in place. That's it. GJ Babs J, thanks so much. I see you watching from Ghana. Congratulations to Ghana. They are going to the World Cup. If you have a chance, follow the team. I don't care that you're from Ghana or not, but you live in Ghana. Go and support them. So, guys, thank you for your comments. I appreciate. Keep the comments coming on YouTube, on Facebook. I will get it. TikTok, let's talk. TikTok, guys, come on. What's going on? What are you guys talking about? How do you feel after the draw ceremony was done? Yeah, I wanted to show you countries that have won the World Cup. And tell me which one did not do it by design. See those countries. I wish you guys, all of you are watching on YouTube so you could see it. Facebook guys will also see it. Look at those countries. Start from 1930, even Uruguay. They see Italy. See when Germany was West Germany. See Brazil. I don't tell you about Brazil. See Argentina. Even as good as Argentina they are. They won it first in 1978. Won it Mexico 86 and did not win it again till the last World Cup. But they kept doing what they know how to do best with their football. They kept the systems. They kept producing talents. Look at now. Tell me one thing from 1982 till date that has not done just enough. TikTok, they're telling us our live is going to go off. TikTok, we are not busy, so they're telling us the live is going to go off. I need to verify this. Give me a minute, guys. See TikTok, you see what I was saying? That we need to get the live stream busy. And they're saying we have to go off. Hold on, guys. Let me see. What's the problem with this TikTok? Oh, sugar. Give me a minute. TikTok, we have to like the live stream. We need to like the live stream. TikTok, the saying is going to go off. TikTok. All right, let me get on with it. So, list of countries for you that won the World Cup. Tell me one that you think that it is luck. It's because they were fortunate. deliberate planning, structure, systems. I was going to the World Cup in Qatar and I met a member of the French backroom staff. He works with Didier Deschamps as an assistant coach. I think he's a trainer or something. And we got talking. And he said he had to go to France, pick up some things, and then he needed to stop in Istanbul to do some meetings, and he was going back to Doha. And I've told you guys this story, and I always say it. And I said, France is going to struggle at the World Cup. He said, well, I said, there's no Nkunku, there's no N'Golo Kante, there's no Paul Pogba, there's no Olivier Giroud, there's no... Remember that World Cup now, how France struggled with players, injuries, and this and that. You remember the last World Cup. King Tife, thank you so much. I was looking for you. Thank you so much, Tife. Thank God we didn't lose the live. If I had lost the live, you wouldn't have seen me. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Meso, also for liking the live. So I was speaking to this guy. His French name beats me now. And he said, no. He said they're not going to have a problem. That even if the entire first team is injured, that France won't have a problem. And I thought he didn't know what he was talking about. I said, why? He said, because they have built a system. I will never forget. He said they have a system in place so their football will never struggle. I told him he's a liar. He's lying. That is never going to happen. What do you mean you have system? Your top players are injured. They are not around. You're telling me. My people, did France not make it to final or not? They did. Almost even won the final. Argentina had to beat them via penalties, and that's lottery. System. He said it's plug and play. As long as you're a professional footballer and you'll be playing with the French team for more than 5 years, that system is built for results. That's what he told me. See people who know what they are doing. Because they were coming from winning the World Cup in 2016. Yeah. They won the World Cup in 2016, in 2018 in Russia. And before that, I think they had lost one final. So they were coming from somewhere, purposeful planning. So my brother, that's why I don't want to take that we should just win. Once that happens, these people forget it. It's done. Yeah, thank you so much to everyone watching the live stream on the different platforms. I appreciate the love. I appreciate your engagement. I'm about to open it up now. So we talk about the draw and then we get into the FIFA, the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. And that one I've been asking, with what you know, with what Nigeria suffered from the group phase, do you think we can win the Afcon? DJ Babs J is saying that, so let's win it as consolation. And I say, if we win it now, first, these people will carry themselves, go and meet president. They'll collect dollars, they'll collect houses, collect national honors, and they'll start raising shoulder that all is well. All is not well. Our football is in a dark place. We must put light on it to show us the way. Otherwise, we'll continue struggling. So that's why I do not want that. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to like the live stream, just so the algorithm can be in our favor. Same thing with you guys on TikTok and on Facebook. Thank you. I see you guys. I see everyone watching me. I've got devices everywhere. So I'm monitoring my people. DJ Babs J, I understand. But the problem we have is FIFA, my boss. Interesting angle. If the government interferes, sack people in that NFF, they will say government is not supposed to interfere. Then these same people under FIFA. So this thing is simple. Okay? The biggest problem we have in Nigeria is we're still politicizing our sports, particularly football. I'll tell you why. Remember when the old social media campaign, NFL, they built stadium in Kebbi, $1.2 million, blah, blah, blah. The House of Reps, they came out then, we're going to open an investigative committee. We're going to look into this. We're going to just do your oversight function. Make sure there's proper accountability. And when that is not happening, probe. Let old people accountable. If we keep saying this FIFA, do you know how much they've said for the World Cup qualifiers alone, they've spent close to 17 billion naira. 17 billion. World Cup qualifiers, oh. I didn't put Afcon, oh. They will spend more money now to go to Morocco again for the Afcon, oh. And if Nigeria keeps winning till the final, they will be there for almost 1 month. The Afcon will kick off on the 20th of December and run till the 18th of January. All those things cost money. So we cannot keep saying that what will FIFA say? What does this do? No, we will not, because if we keep doing that, we're just giving horns to this devil called NFF. They must do their job. Government must do their job. It's just like you telling me that somebody in Rwanda will be messing up with all of Paul Kagame's effort. The man is the Minister of Sports in his state, in his country. See America, see Donald Trump from the moment we announced that we are counting down to this World Cup. From the moment he came back as president, he just faced front with this World Cup campaign. So how would you mess up if you are working in that man's cabinet and you are the Minister of Sports? How will you mess up? We can't be saying FIFA all the time. All that time that FIFA is coming for us is because we are using it to play politics. Instead of hope people accountable, we want to put some political thing into it, or want to force a president, NFL president to leave, or want to touch the status and all of that. No. Just say, as a country, we gave you XYZ amount of money, and we just want to know how you spent the money. It's as simple as that. Goals and objectives, vision, planning. So we've said this is our vision for sports in the country. You're not doing it well. What's wrong? Ask questions. Put people on their toes, you know. That's what I think we should be doing. So if you want to be part of the show, this is the moment. We want to get into the Afcon stage now. Let me take this off. Take it out of the studio. Just in case you missed it, the draw ceremony for the 2026 FIFA World Cup was done today in Washington, D.C. Of course, without Nigeria. And in a way, it was the Donald Trump show. Yeah. Because Donald Trump received a peace prize from FIFA, the first FIFA peace prize. Gianni Infantino and his team, they had to find something to... That's what I'm saying. You have to manage Donald Trump. You have to manage him. Let me show you. This is it.
The very first winner of the FIFA Peace Prize, the 45th and 47th President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald J. Trump. Please. Thank you. Thank you.
So finally, Donald Trump has his peace prize. So those people delaying the main one, he will hold on to this one. The man just wants us to know that he's a peace ambassador. So yeah, it was a Donald Trump show. You know, I told you guys. Yeah, sorry. Let me see. Ike Njoku, I saw your message. Austin, you remember I said if we have a proper system in place that will enable players graduate systematically into our various... Exactly. And you know, we said it that day. It's like saying that you destroy the grassroots, the age grade competitions, the age grade process, and then you just want to have players in the Super Eagles. Check why we're even struggling. In the last 10 years, we've not been successful with transitioning players from the age grades to the senior men's national team. That's the main problem of our football. But they will not understand. The last time we did that successfully was the 2015 sets. The Victor Osimhen's, the Samuel Chukwueze's. It was their sets that transitioned, that are now in the Super Eagles. Every other one we've been playing. Wuru to the answer. That's why our football is struggling. Check the Super Falcons. Most of them that are playing. That's why it is very difficult it will be very, very difficult for the Super Falcons to be dominated with players born abroad, because the talent we have coming from the under 17, call them the Flamingos, to the under 20, the Falconets, then to the Super Eagles. That process is still in place, and that's why they're doing well. But tell me the last time. Tell me in the comments the last time we had a player that from the age grade under 17 or under 20 to the Super Eagles. We don't have it anymore. That is the problem. DJ Babs J, that is the problem. We are not building. So now we are depending on the foreign-based players, and because we are doing that, we say, oh, they are from a system and a proper structure from Europe, then our NFF will never build back home. Then our league will never be good. Then it means we'll continue to struggle. That is the problem with football in Nigeria. That's what we have to change. They have to start building again. It's very important. They have to start building again. GJ Babs J, thank you for your comments. I see you. I understand you, boss, but you know this Nigerian thing is different. If we try it and show them, prove that it is why the government is interfering, the same crazy NFF will still drag the country to FIFA again. So imagine if, that's what I say, imagine if your president is Donald Trump. You go and report him to FIFA. What will FIFA do to him? Particularly when FIFA knows that that president is involved with the country's football proper, knows what is going on. They do all those nonsense because they know our presidency doesn't care. They only just release money when they have to release money. If you are following, check countries now. Check countries who hold their football in high esteem and they understand what's going on. Even you, if you are in charge of football in that country and misbehave, you won't be able to go and even report your president. How do you want to do it? Our own case, most times when FIFA complains, they enter into office through the wrong means. And because it's politically motivated, the other aggrieved party will now be fighting them. Then when the presidency now talks, they will now say, oh, so this one wants to now play. So it's just politics that is ruining us, my brother. It's not about that, oh, FIFA will jump up tomorrow and say, you are messing with our member nation. That's the problem. I'm a Nigerian living in Ghana. Afcon, I'll support Nigeria when it's time for the World Cup. I'll support Ghana with blood and sweat. Even I'll be sad one side Nigeria is not there. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I'll correct that with you, but I salute to you. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Thanks so much to everyone joining the live stream. Ike and Joko, I'm sending the link now. If you want to join, please feel free. DJ Babs J, if you want to join, I'm sending you guys the link now. Get on. And if you want to support the live stream also, please feel free to do so. I get tired sometimes, but I just have to come on this live because I know some of you guys are waiting, particularly Henry, sending me message, say, where are you? I saw that message and I couldn't stop laughing. Thank you, Henry, for making me smile, because before that time, I just didn't imagine Nigeria without the draw. Well, Nigeria missing out on the World Cup. So that's the link. I've sent the link to you guys. Let me put it so you see. So that's the link. I'm waiting to have you guys. You just need to click on that link. TikTok, if you want to be part of what we're talking about, the 2026 FIFA World Cup draw, particularly if you're from African countries, if you are from South Africa, Morocco, Egypt, Tunisia, DR Congo, they've not qualified yet, Ghana, particularly Ghana, any of the African countries that have qualified, Cape Verde, I would like to have someone from Cape Verde. Come on YouTube. I'm proudly Austin on YouTube. Just get on, click on that link. Let's talk about the chances of Africa after the draw was done. That's the next conversation I want to have before we get into the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. That one is just 15 more days to go from today. I need to buy my tickets latest Sunday. Yeah, 15 more days. I'm going to be at the Afcon. So more reason why you should subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on notifications. Let's rock and roll together during the Afcon. Shout out to people watching on Facebook. I see you guys. If you want to make the switch to YouTube, please do. click on the link. Let's talk about the World Cup draw and, of course, the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. So I will switch the banner. It will go from the World Cup now to the Afcon. That's it. So it's 15 days to go. I'm going to change that quickly. 15 days to go to the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. And I'm going to let you see the different groups. We're not done with the World Cup draw. When I have someone who wants to talk about it, we'll go back to it. But for now, I just want to talk about let me see. Just want to talk about the Afcon. So that's what's up, guys. It's 15 more days to the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. And the big question is, can the Super Eagles win the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations? King Tife on TikTok, I see you know Africa is qualifying out of that group. Which group? What are you talking about? If you tell me Morocco can get out of their group, Ghana can get out of their group, Tunisia can get out of their group, even Cape Verde. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Africa will get out of which group? The groups aren't that difficult. No. In that group A, for instance, easily I can say Mexico and Morocco and Brazil can get out of it. I want more comments as regards the FIFA draw while I try to bring up the Afcon conversation. That's what we're going to next. So yeah, thank you to everyone who's been rocking and rolling with me on this live stream. I tried to not go beyond an hour, but with you guys, it's almost impossible. Whenever I come here, you guys knock me down. So Austin, you're going nowhere. It's all love. I love it. We're doing it for the love of the game. Yeah, we're counting down to the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Can the Super Eagles impress in Morocco? That's what I've called it on YouTube. 2026 FIFA World Cup draw done. We've talked about it. 15 days to 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. And I'm asking that big question. Can the Super Eagles win in Morocco? Can the Super Eagles win in Morocco? That's what's up. That's the question. So officially, we've gotten into the Afcon. Just going to change the banner. Let you see the groups for the Africa Cup of Nations. It's 15 days to go. It's Morocco 2025. Yeah, that's what's up. TikTok. Can the Super Eagles win the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations? That's the conversation now. Let's get into it. I've dropped the link if you want to be part of the show. Just click on the link, get into the studio. I'm going to see you and I'm going to admit you to come. Let's have that conversation. Yeah, I see you, Joseph. I see you. So NFF is a problem. I've said it, everything rises and falls on leadership. So some people always come at me. You know, they've been coming at me, oh guys, oh no, you're too hard on the NFF. You know, everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything, 100%. So yeah, I agree, it's the NFF. The NFF. That's the direction. That's where the vision lives. Execution matters in any project. And that role sits in leadership. So yeah, I agree with it. The NFF is the problem. But Joseph, how is the NFF the problem? That's not our angle. Tell me. How is the NFF the problem? Tell me. Send me a comment. On Facebook, thank you so much, Nicholas. I love it when my guys come from Facebook. Well done, sir. Well done, sir. I wish all the African teams all the best at the World Cup next year. Thank you. Let's go, Africa. Morocco made it to the semi-finals. Who says we can have an African team in the final this time around in 2026? Good, good, good. I like that spirit, Nicholas. Thank you so much. Best wishes to all the African teams. Unfortunately, Nigeria will not be there. Oh, can you believe it? Nigeria will not be there. unfortunately. Yeah, so 15 more days to go. 15 more days to the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. I'm saying best wishes to African teams competing at the FIFA World Cup next year. I'm trying to bring out the table, and then I'll show you the list of countries from Africa that have released their final squads for the Afcon. So let me change this. Let me get into this one. Yeah, let's see the groups for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Rock and roll with me, guys. The groups: in Group A, we have Morocco, the host, Mali, Zambia, and Comoros. I say it over and over again that Comoros is my team, an underdog of the tournament. I think they can get us talking. I'm not saying they can win it, but they can do something, and it will start if they can make it out of this Group A. Yeah, King Tifer, I see you. I would say our players don't play for the love of the game. I think they do. But there are other factors, that can affect your love for the game. And we've mentioned one of them to be leadership. King Tifer, the likes of Victor, Moses, and Co. They play when they still owe them salaries. But for how long will it continue, Tifer? If the players keep playing because they are owing them salaries and they don't care, they just want to keep playing, somebody is just doing it intentionally. So when will we address that issue? So they had to address the issue, and that's what they did. They addressed the issue. Wrong timing, yes, but when is a better time to do it? They had to address the issue, and they did. 2025 Africa Cup of Nations, I told you in Group A, there's Morocco, Mali, Zambia, and Comoros. In Group B, we have Egypt, South Africa, Angola, and Zimbabwe. That's a very tricky group right there. That's a group that if you blink, in fact, if you start in this group with a draw, let's say Egypt and South Africa, they play draw, problem today. You see this group, anybody can drop, anybody can fall from this group. It's a slippery group, this Group B. Egypt, South Africa, Angola, and Zimbabwe. We will see the best of Africa. I keep saying that this Afcon in December, we're going to see African football like we've never seen it before. There will be upsets. We have, if you blink like this, you'll be asking questions. That Group B. In Group C, there's Nigeria, Tunisia, Uganda, and Tanzania. That's another tricky group. That is another tricky group, sir. Because people will quickly run down and say, this kind of group is Nigeria and Tunisia. Go and see how Tanzania they are preparing. Go and see how Uganda they've been preparing. These small teams, when they see big teams, they put on their game. They don't joke. In Group D, we have Senegal, DR Congo, Benin Republic, and Botswana. Another tricky group. Very tricky group, this Group D. Senegal, DR Congo, Benin Republic, and Botswana. See Botswana? That's my second underdog team. As a country, they are investing. They are not playing. And Senegal and DR Congo played from the same group for the World Cup qualifiers. So DR Congo, they know one or two things about Senegal. So Senegal cannot use that kind of game to play. Should I tell you about Benin Republic? You did not know that they beat Nigeria. You did not know that they were very close to qualifying for the World Cup. We were tied on the same point. Now goal difference carry Nigeria go. So it's going to be, that is also a very tricky, difficult group. This Afcon. Big teams go here word. This Afcon. In Group E, there's Algeria, Burkina Faso, Equatorial Guinea, and Sudan. This one can go here or there. But people can easily give it to Algeria and Burkina Faso, and I won't blame them. And I'm only saying that because, what am I even saying? Algeria, they've not been consistent. Just one bad play against Equatorial Guinea, they can start asking questions. The only consistent team there is Burkina Faso. And Burkina Faso, they had a fantastic run to the World Cup. They are still feeling bad that FIFA robbed them, that they are the ones who were supposed to go to the Africa playoff, not Nigeria. That's why I said the gods are not to blame. The gods did everything to say Nigeria, try, just be at the World Cup. Just beat 2 teams from Africa and go to the Inter-Confederation stage. But we used our hand to build and then destroy. Group F for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Group F, we have the defending champions, Cote d'Ivoire, the indomitable Lions of Cameroon, the Panthers of Gabon, and there's Mozambique. Another tricky group. What are you talking about? This Afcon. Brace up, guys. Brace up. This Afcon will be fire. So no team should just go there and say, because I am this, because I'm Nigeria, because I'm Egypt, because I'm Senegal, because I'm Ivory Coast. You go collect. Oh yes, these small guys, they are not joking. And why I say this is because I know what they are doing. Uganda, they are investing. Tanzania, because they are co-hosting the next Afcon. Remember they co-hosted the CHAN. So it has sparked some level of development for their football. So East Africa, they are not playing. They're not playing. So I pity who will just go there in the name of I'm a big team. It doesn't work that way. You must show workings, this Afcon. So I know that they have invested. Botswana, the level of investment that they've done to their football, what are we talking about? You saw Zimbabwe. You like call Zimbabwe small. You sabi. Zimbabwe, Nigeria did not beat Zimbabwe home and away during the World Cup qualifiers. South Africa, when it was crucial, when they really needed to win, they did not beat Zimbabwe in Durban. No small teams. No small teams. This Afcon, no small teams. Welcome, Oga Henry. I see you. Just gonna bring you up right.
I see you too. Yeah. It's good to be with you again.
I was preparing to come on live and I saw your message where I said, where is this? How did I even receive that message? How did you even get into the room when I'm not gone live? What did you do?
It's a miracle.
Was the platform still open? Was it still open? You didn't close it?
Yeah, it was open. It was open, but you could type message, you could chat.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. When I saw your message, I was like, goodness, where's this guy?
You could chat. Okay.
Let's begin with the World Cup. With the World Cup draw. Bring it up. Which of the groups your attention? That's it right there.
Yeah. You see, the major one is the Mexico, South Africa, Korea. Watch out for that group. You have the Cote d'Ivoire, Germany, Ecuador as well. The France group, a little bit tough, but not too. Then you have England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama.
That one is a bit tricky. But
It's a bit tricky.
England will go through. Ghana and Croatia will fight it through. But be careful. that's the thing about football that we all seem to ignore. We will be there talking now until Panama will go and play draw with Croatia. Then Ghana,
Very possible. Very possible.
I go come clear. Hmm?
Very possible. But I,
Problem is,
I, I,
go
I,
on.
I think if Ghana plays well, I think Ghana qualifying from that group.
Absolutely. I've even said that they can beat Croatia.
Yes,
The
they can
only,
well, very well.
the absolute candidate to advance from that group is England. You see, a lot
England,
of
yeah.
people don't follow Panama football. So it will be easy for them to just say that, oh, Panama, all they do, all they do.
Even England will not top that group. No,
Ah, oh,
I'm
nah.
telling, I'm telling you, forget. You see, football, men don't play football anymore. Men don't play football anymore.
Stop that, bro. What's your problem? Stop that. I'm even gonna show some respect.
Okay, let's see how it goes. It goes to start. No problem. We go see. We go see. Then another group we should watch out for. Oh, Brazil, Morocco. That's a group. Oh.
Yes, yes, so yes,
That's
so
a group. Oh.
and look, Scotland is a potential banana peel in that group.
But yes, I agree with you. And if
So
Brazil does not take time, Morocco will beat them silly.
but so I keep telling people they are still using them. What's been Brazil in the last 10
Brazil,
years?
Brazil. Oh.
Not been all that, but we respect them because we know that they have a football culture, that they
That's
have a
true.
system. That is what I'm saying, that until we design our football for success, we will
Mhm.
continue to be that thing where we just want wuru wuru to the answer, fire brigade approach, and if we win, we win. No, it's not going to work that way.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work that way. And
Yeah,
I hope they are hearing what we are saying now. I hope they are hearing what we are saying,
let's
and they
talk
will have
about
to see.
North African age. They have Spain, Uruguay,
Spain,
Saudi Arabia, and Cape Verde. We think Cape
actually.
Verde that group with age.
Ah, Cape Verde will try. They will perform.
Mm.
They will perform.
You sure?
Yeah, they would. They would. Don't those guys are coming up. Oh, they will be a
Yeah,
strong force in Africa
we'll see.
if they are not already a strong force.
We shall see. But I just feel
Very
bad they are
strong.
not at the Afcon. I wish they were at the Afcon. It would have done something for them too,
Yeah, for them, yeah, that's true.
Clubs going to the World Cup,
That's
I said
true.
clubs, teams going to the World Cup that will be playing at the AFCON, they should be praying against injury. God forbid, Mo Salah
Injuries. God for,
go. God forbid if Senegal have three of their important players going to pick, because African football is highly
go
physical. So
physical.
that's
That
what
is it. Yeah.
praying for them, that they don't have that kind of issue. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it will not be good. Kulexi, good to have you. Welcome, welcome.
What Austin is painful, sha. Nigeria is not in this place. What?
I don't know if you listened to my start when I was doing the reflection. For a minute, I was just watching. I
It's
was like,
painful.
this for about 15 minutes. Now, for the first time, we're having an expanded 48 World Cup for potentially 10 teams from Africa. We will not have Nigeria. Kulexi, take
Nigeria.
it.
It's painful. It's painful.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a very. I think when we have gotten over it because I maybe because I'm going to be selfish. I'm currently in Canada. I'm British, and in a way I have a tie to Canada as well. So I can try and move away from Nigeria, but I can imagine those who don't. And I used to live in Scotland, so I've always followed Scottish football. So I have one thing to fall back on because I used to work with the guys in Dundee one time and things like that. So technically, I think that's on the way. But to be fair, I would say that it's a sad situation, and the only reason why I've just taken my mind off it is because looking at how things are at the moment. it doesn't look like we even I appreciate my Oga Austin for all the things he's been saying. I kind of listened to it, but I don't see any changes so far so good, to be honest. Even from the because I think the people that should be affected are not, and they're not really thinking about it. They've not released any statements that is convincing enough. I'm not talking about the players. I'm talking about the NFF people as well. There's been no proper statement. There's been no proper reflection. There's been no proper identification to say we recognize what is going on and what we are going to do about it. That's one thing that I see. I've not seen any changes to suggest that things are going to be better. And that's wrong because the best time to reflect is when something is still hot. And I
Mm,
suspect that these people want to use Afcon to try and that's why they have not said anything. And they are
yeah.
hoping. And I don't know. I've been to some groups where people are hoping that Nigeria does not do well in AFCON so that the problem will become exaggerated. And I think sometimes if something wants to just crash, let it just crash properly so that everybody will now know that we want to rebuild. Because I think all those pasta, all those talking that we are doing is part of what is causing the problem now. And is some people are hiding their face behind it. It's almost crashed before Petero went to AFCON because we're already expecting that things will not go well because of the number of matches they lost before they
Yeah.
got to AFCON. But when they picked up in AFCON, it was we were quick to forget. We started forgiving them and they even gave them order of Niger celebration and everything,
Mm,
forgetting the underlying problem. Now, what cup issue has come and this has come again. But I guess it is what it is. We have to live with it. And I hope the NFF chairman for once, just get some things right. Just get the age grade system right.
that's
Give the right
all.
people the coach.
Yeah.
Okay, do everything you want to be doing with value. Give us 5 years. Get all the age grade system right. It's a pity that all the age grade system where Nigeria used to qualify for, where we have good players, where we are always getting there. I mean, just enjoying that. Now we are not even enjoying anything. You cannot watch
because
any of that. Nothing.
because they go to go and bring their friend, their cousin, their nephew, and then they collect money from all these people. That is what's happening.
Under 20 something that they just finished. No, we couldn't even watch it. Most of us that like to watch all these groups, we can't watch it. I remember that time Nigeria will be against Argentina, all those ones. We used to be like where the football center full, nothing.
My guy is sad, very sad, very
We are
sad.
we are saying that we do not like what has happened with our football. Instead of you to show us direction, instead of you
That's
to
what
pick
I'm
up
saying.
and say, okay, now we have learned our lesson. This we went to release 54-man lists.
I heard you well. I was following that one too.
We went to
Who does
release
that?
54 provisional lists.
Mhm.
You want okay, you now say, oh, they are confused that we create more confusion. Oh, they want to be
Aus-
distracted, right?
Austin, an FA that does not know that the captain wants to resign, wants to retire. An FA do not know that his own national team captain wants to retire.
You know,
Then you should know that that FA is a failure.
I'm
It's a
100%
complete.
sure that
They
I'm
still
not.
put you in provisional
Yeah,
lists.
they know. And it's NFF that it's almost like it's the reason why Econ resigned now has to do with NFF, but we don't know. But I'm pretty
I,
sure behind
I
the
agree
scene,
with you. I agree with you. I agree
they
with
are
you.
seeing
I told you
and that's
guys,
it.
I told you guys the backstory. Let
Yeah,
me
that's you said it that time. Yeah, I remember.
just release it. I didn't want to call it. I didn't want to distract them. Remember that time
Mm,
I said a very influential player in the team.
exactly. You said so.
That I said that Osimhen was angry and wanted to fight this person because they
Mm.
want to. But you see, these image people, those of us who are abroad, you know what it means to pay people their wages, pay people their entitlements. They do not know how to make money from other means other than their sweat, and you give them their money. And abroad, we know they dash money.
I'm very sure if you sack them today, they will be poor for life.
So William Truth Ekong led that protest and dragged some people with him and said, we are not going to play these qualifiers. The money does not mean anything to us, but somebody should stand up to this senseless leadership.
Mhm.
It doesn't make sense that you keep owing us. We now qualify for the World Cup. You now say after all we have qualified. You now still owe them till maybe next year May, when we are almost close to going to the World Cup. Because if they'll be wondering that we almost didn't want to qualify for the playoff. So we beat Benin Republic. Everybody was happy. You see picture, then they carry the NFF president and then they
Dream up.
did a video on his own saying we have all the support from the federal government through the National Commission.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
I did the video for you guys. Not me talking. This time I was him talking. The man said everything is fine. Federal government confirmed that we gave them 1.2 billion. We did the math that was close to $750,000. The money that caused problem, backroom staff and players, was 150,000.
Can you imagine? There's still 600 by mathematics.
So they said, oh, they paid for flights. They paid just take care of players' welfare. We were not supposed to qualify. Some way, somehow now they have qualified to playoff. And like you bring them close, you go pet them, you go pamper them. You say, you know, check your accounts, we paid you your winning bonus. We are going to make sure that everything is in place. That's why I was teaching you guys risk management. That's my function in project management. That's my second. Risk management. After you identify the risk, you will assess the risk. You will keep monitoring that risk so that it doesn't pass one level to another. If it does, you escalate it.
Yes, it's a
you solve that problem. You solve that risk so it doesn't become a problem. But they don't care now. They think they can do it their way and have their way. So these guys just
before I talk about the World Cup group stage, I want to ask you a very important question. And I think that's part of why our football is very free. I know because now there's social media every week. I am pretty sure that ex Super Eagles players, I don't know if they have information about it, but I think it's important to you know. Do they have a central association, or is it just based on years and steps that they tend to have their own clique?
They do.
Because I think
that was what I was explaining to GJ Gabs on comments. The problem with Nigeria is we are just too big on politics. Number one. Two, we are too big on tribal sentiments.
That's very true. Very true.
So you see, those two things, it affects associations. You could just find out, say, somebody will just say, oh, because the Igbo man, you won't come cause trouble because now Yoruba president, Yoruba man. We are never united with purpose. There is a players' union, but my brother, that players' union, they've been fighting themselves forever. Instead of them to calm down, stay united, forge a strong force. Now, they're even supposed to give us NFF presidents if they are united.
But because
that's the problem. So my brother Kunle, now the wahala will they be that until we discover that
there's no way, because I would have thought these are the people that probably will be able to solve and save us from a lot of problems if you ask. Because I think if they can come together and they can start to show things, even if, for example, you know that these player unions, some of them are even well to do. They can set up academies of different age for themselves and manage it outside of the NFF. If they are united enough, some of them have coaches, they can set up a private tutor outside of the NFF and then man like to come and take from there. You know, at the end of the day, they'll be forced to recognize if they want to do their thing, set up a separate system where you develop Nigerians football because you have passion for the sport and show the people who are there how to do it. It's not up to them for shame to catch them. At least you'll be able to make reference to it. But obviously, if they're not united, then all of these things can't happen. Because I think that sometimes when you have a organization that is supposed to run football and is not running, Nigeria is a free system. You can actually do the right thing on your own. Obviously, they will try and frustrate you. That's why I said if there was a union, the group and the coalition would be easier to douse any frustration or any form of kickbacks. Because these guys will be able to run their own thing on the private level and develop our football because they have passion for it and show. Because eventually, by the time they keep producing results, Nigeria will be forced to recognize because everybody recognize and appreciate success. People like to draw too close to success, but there's no example. That's the problem. There's no leading examples anywhere that you can even make reference to say this is how things are done within the country. I mean, within the country. So at the end of the day, there's no way out.
Yeah, I know. TikTok guys, we're going to lose the live stream. So you guys need to like it. You need to
I
get
don't
it
I
big.
don't I don't think can qualify with the way they are playing. Talking about the group stage.
Ghana, Croatia, England, Panama. You guys give Ghana some respect. I know that their football got into a state of limbo, but the fact that
They
they
have
did just enough to qualify for this World Cup, it will be a good wake up call. See,
okay, if you take it.
let me tell you one thing about Ghana. They are also suffering the kind of politics that our football is suffering. But the best thing they did was to appoint a technical advisor, Winifred Schaefer. I saw him when he came to London, and the man broke down his 15-year plan for Ghana football. Not just their men, their women too. And if you even see the way their women played at the last Afcon, you can tell they are up to something. I spoke to Coach Otuado. They have understood now that they have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
They know. And that problem showed well during the Afcon qualifiers. But they corrected it during the World Cup qualifiers. And they would have done their risk analysis. Guys, walk with me. That's why I'm talking about this risk thing. And they will say to themselves, which should we miss out on? Afcon or World Cup? And they would have chorused Afcon. They say, let's miss it and go to the World Cup. Just winning 2 matches at the World Cup, you know how much money you'll get. You don't get what the Afcon winner no go even get. What about the FIFA participation fee? So there's so much involved with being at the World Cup. So Ghana, that will do something to them.
But then
They just need to document their lessons. And for instance, look at this group now and say, what is the big threat for us? Their first match will be against Panama. Imagine they beat Panama 3-0.
They can win that. If they can win that, then they stand a chance. They just need to
Easy
draw
with
the
them
other.
play England. They rock. They play draw. You get what I mean? So let's not rule out Ghana for anything.
No, the reason why I look at that Ghana game, Croatia England has always been a difficult game. Croatia and England. Well, but I don't know if Ghana can beat Croatia because this current Croatia, although they are team
Croatia. Let me tell you, all those Croatia and the rest, they are now going through another rebuilding phase. So they don't
they are struggling a bit now in the last couple of years.
So their football, just like Ghana's football, has refreshed.
Yeah,
so really, yeah. Okay, Henry, why they laugh? You don't.
Now let me talk about Scotland team that I know. I don't know that Morocco is a pity. I wish they were in another group.
No. Morocco
but Morocco can. This Brazil. If Morocco play the way they are to their potential, they can even trouble Brazil because Brazil is not on that special. The way
just wonder why you guys are still using name to analyze football.
No. That I looked at their last game, the Brazil last game. Brazil's last set of games, they are beatable. To be honest, and I think Morocco is technical enough to give them that. The problem is Scotland team, like you said, you are right about the way they play. They are very unpredictable because Scotland is a stubborn team and can be very unpredictable. But I think Morocco can also give them a good run. They've got very good key players that some of us know about. Like McTominay is something else when it comes to playing Scotland and the way they play. And you need to remember that also Scotland has also stuck with their coach for a number of years now because they've been rebuilding. So one of the things that they have, particularly in the last 1-2 years, is the team chemistry. They used to struggle with that in the last 2 years before now. But that last 2 years, they learned from the last Euros and is improved on the team. The Scottish team have improved a lot in the context that they've stuck with a basic core backbone. And I think they will do well because I hope in Morocco will beat Haiti. I think they will play better. They can maybe get a good result with Brazil. But I think that Morocco Scotland game will be a very tough one. And I know what I'm saying. And I think it's the way that result goes is who will determine the second place. I think Brazil will qualify from the group. I'm not seeing any upset from that their group.
What
They
do you
will they
guys
will
think
struggle to
about?
qualify.
What do you guys think about the Senegal group? Group
Ah
I.
man. Ah
Mhm.
no. Oh no. It's a shame, man.
And I think it's still a UEFA team that will join
Yeah, it
them.
is the playoff. No, it's the playoff two is not is playoff two is not UEFA. It's the Interconfederation playoff, I think.
Yeah, Interconfederation playoff for
Yes,
them. Yeah.
playoff two is the
Oh, no, that
Interconfederation
would
playoff.
be Iraq, Bolivia, or Suriname. So that's not
Yes, yes,
a different
yes.
one.
But
So
I think I know. I don't know what to say about that group because well, sad. It's going to be a tough one. I think this is a group too difficult to call because Norway is in form and the way Alan is playing, it doesn't look like he's resting. And France on their normal day. I don't know. I don't know. It's a shame.
it's just they are
Mm.
just all tricky groups for Africa.
Yes,
The only thing that will
yes,
shake people is that Ghana that's got pronounced teams, European teams in there, and the Brazil, Morocco.
yes.
I think it's just fair for Africa. They just need to come there with a clear defined purpose of what they want for
And
themselves.
and South Africa has no excuse. Or what
Why
do
do
you
you
think? I don't think South Africa has any excuse in that group, to be honest.
South Africa? What group is South Africa again? Group
No,
A.
Group A. Yeah, I don't think they have any
Ah,
excuse. Yes, they have ignored
about
it, but I
Korea
don't
is
think.
a World Cup team. Oh. Korea is not easy at the World Cup. Oh.
Yeah, we know. That's what I said, but they don't have any excuse because see, have you seen the last set of Korea's last game? They've also refreshed their team. And to
Yeah,
be
that's
fair,
what.
I think yes, but I feel that South Africa, the way they play, they can trouble these guys. South Africa doesn't
Okay.
play. South Africa doesn't play like rough African football, and that's
But
where teams like South
maybe
Africa,
South Africa
Morocco,
has to be free.
even Egypt
Has to
has
be free.
that edge.
South Africa is a team that you can always score, and as long as you can be scoring
Can
them,
score
they
them,
will.
you can win them.
Exactly, that's the problem. Mexico, they are host. They will have support. They will do just enough to get out of Group A. Korea, as I said, is a
And it's
it's
an
a
European team. None of those
is a
European teams are playing
and
that
then
play.
now it's not one of those European teams, and it's likely
I
going
don't
to
think
be
I'm
Denmark.
in
Likely
Denmark.
going to be Denmark. So you see, it's a tricky group for. I think all the groups. I think it was a balanced draw. Is this draws just only expose one thing: win your first two matches. Any other thing can happen. Just get 6 points from any of the group for Africa. Just get 6 points. Win two matches, but by the time you go and play two draws and win one, you see, that's five. You still go and start finding yourself in a difficult situation. I think it was a fairly good draw. Fairly good draw. What do you think about Canada's group? Group B. Hi, Kole. I think we're having a problem with Kole's
No, I'm
network.
back. Sorry. I mean,
I was
yeah,
saying,
I can hear you. Yes.
I was monitoring the Canadian TV networks. Right after the draw, they are so pumped up. They're excited. They are hosting the World Cup. They feel they can use this World Cup to develop their football, which is
Yeah.
very valid. But that their group is tricky. Very tricky. Qatar
Yeah.
is a very good team at the World Cup, and I think they've shown it even from the
Yeah,
last World Cup.
that's right.
The level of they maintained the momentum that they built, and there's a likelihood that it is Italy that will join in that group. So it's really tricky for Canada.
They will want to go, but the passion for football in Canada. Well, we now have a lot of people because we have a lot of people moving into Canada that are maybe a bit more interested in football. It's getting a lot of attention to some extent as well now. But obviously,
Mm.
they have their favorite set level of sport alongside the US. So, but I think they would. It's a good thing actually that they are hosting the World Cup in a way, and I think it's drawn some attention to football. They will come out. People will come out to watch it. So, as Alison was like, would probably even try to go. The problem is that they did the World Cup draw. The initial draw didn't work in as many of us favor. So I don't know. Well, the ticket right now is killing. It's killing. But we'll see. I think closer to the game, one might closer to now that the World Cup draw is out and the pictures come out, then you then start to plan around tickets for anybody that wants to watch the game as it is. But I think Canada team, that group is kind of very balanced, and the reason why I said it's going to be difficult to call is they're almost all at the same level, maybe except Switzerland. I'm hoping Italy doesn't come because if it's Italy that comes, then it starts to pull out Switzerland and Italy start to demonstrate and pull themselves out of from the other two. But it's probably going to be a case of I think it's going to be a case of maybe who takes the first, like you said, the first two games. I think the first game actually counts, matters more. If you can win your first game and in the group, then you put yourself in a very good position going forward as well. I don't know about that DR Congo group, but that's the group K.
Yeah.
If they win, sir. But yeah, they've got a good chance
Uh,
because the way they play and the kind of players they have,
have
they
any
can
excuse,
rival
but
some. Yeah, they can rival all the players in that group. Colombia is a top team, but I think DR Congo can also rival all the good players because you can't the kind of players they have now and the ones they are even trying to bring on as well are technical enough to actually pull the stage up. And the one I'm not so confident about is Cabo Verde in their group because Uruguay is always a World Cup team, Spain is always a World Cup team. I think of all the African teams that might probably play in the group, and they might surprise us though. But for my own assessment and analysis, I think Cabo Verde will probably struggle in that group stage with Spain and Uruguay in that same group.
it might shock
Um,
you. You see the kind of momentum they have built qualifying for this World Cup. They are actually a very good underdog. Cape Verde. They're a team that can really get us talking. Now you see, the only part that I'm really not comfortable with is them not being at the Afcon. I think that would have done something good for their,
yeah,
for
because
their
they
moment.
will have, yes, exactly. So
Yeah, yeah,
no, you can't just jump and go to the World Cup. I think there is a shock. I don't think they can because then you're not playing teams that are well experienced at the World Cup. So that's why I said it's not like they're playing teams that even Saudi Arabia at the World Cup are also relatively been there, so they know what to expect. I don't know because there's a bit of a shocker that comes to you when you're playing in the tournament for the first time, and then you're not playing one of the best in the
yeah.
continent. You're playing Spain in their continent, the best. You're playing Uruguay that is top three or top four in if you want to point in South America. So that one alone is a problem on its own. So I think they are going to struggle. They've not got that huge experience and someone that can actually, carry them in these games. The way Spain plays, they demoralize you quite quickly. And I think that's where the problem is. And before you know it, you just start thinking that, well, what am I? But I think for them, at least being in the World Cup is good enough as one of the appearance as it is. So I think it's a very group. And I think there are so many interesting games. The only problem I have with this group stage as it is there's a bit of a you can't really look at a group and say this is the match I'm looking for. There's no that unlike the previous way where you can actually at this stage there's no standout fixture. Maybe France, Norway, but even at that, there's no standout fixture in the group stage. And I think that's the issue. I don't know what your opinion is about the new expanded system. Do you see it bringing a lot of shocker like the new Champions League system
I think
that was
I think so. Look, see, the more the merrier. We will be so shocked. You'll see it now. I think that the fact that one small team will beat one big team, it will ginger the other next team. The next team will now want to do, the same thing, and all of that. And for Africa, no more excuses. Morocco did just enough to reach the semifinals the last time. So we cannot go there and be shy. We cannot go there and want to come out, call it sweet pressure, because whoever wants to now look us like underdogs will get punished. Whoever comes now and then play us with so much pressure, we fizzle out. So it's going to work good for Africa. I just have that confidence, but they just need to believe in themselves. Pump up the preparation. Those that are going to the Afcon, use it as a good ground to get
so
to
you
know
believe
yourself as a
you
team.
believe that an African team can get to the semi-final of the World Cup again?
I think they can do just enough to reach. And if they do this time around, see the way Morocco lost it now. It was just the media frenzy that got to them. They were not even supposed to lose that semi-final match.
Mm-hmm.
Something about media mentions, push, just
But
unnecessary
I
pressure.
don't. I think they have the recognition now. So I think I don't think they are going to go. There are people are going to underestimate them in this current because the attention is there, and that's the problem. So
Yeah.
I don't know if they will be able to go that round because yes, it was a shocker. Nobody knew them. The tactics were working.
Let
The
me show
players
you
were.
what Ike Njoku wrote, and I think it's well there. He said, Austin, I won't be surprised if Morocco gets to the final of the World Cup and eventually wins. Why? Because they have a system and they're intentional with what they do as regards their sports. And look, that is it. So anybody that is playing Morocco now, first you are playing Morocco with a bit of caution. And when you play football with the stick shift on, then you're not moving the way you should move, and Morocco can punish you. And you know the Moroccans, they play proper attacking football. They play European
No,
football.
they play well, and I think that's one of the things that has gone good for them because they've adapted the European structure, and they are going well with it. And at the end of the day, even in Africa, they are forced to reckon with now because of they are hosting everything because everything is working out for them. When you are hosting, when you are doing everything, you are hosting this. You get better at planning, you get better at exposure, you get better at knowing how to prepare for tournaments as well because you are involved. You get better how to plan your own team for tournaments that are going outside because you know more. And that's
Yeah,
the issue about when you don't prepare yourself to and you share responsibility. Because the more responsibility you get and you're a good head, then the better you get at it and you probably do more and you do better at it. It's just a general principle of life.
that's right.
As a student. That's why it's a shame for Nigeria because what was the last time we hosted any major tournament
Ah,
for Africa, and
yeah.
or even it's not even something that is even possible when we don't even have any other than one or two, in fact one working stadium in coast. So it's just a shame.
Alexi, I must say thank you so much. I don't want to go
Mhm.
beyond 2 hours on this live stream. We'll be back again tomorrow. I'm sure you've turned on notification for the live stream.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
when you see it, please come on. We'll have a robust conversation tomorrow from the World Cup draw to the Afcon. We will now look at
When is
some
our
real.
list coming out? So
Like
we
tomorrow,
heard that they submitted that Excel has submitted his own list, that the main list that is supposed to use for Afcon. When is it come? We know that they have submitted it. What's causing the delay? Ideally, after Saturday and Sunday, teams can start to release their players, even though some might want to pay or wait for the midweek fixture. But
sad. It's just so sad that we never get to learn. Like the same thing happens over and over and over again, but we just, man, I just don't understand. The time I think about Nigeria and how we just find it so difficult to do the right things, it just breaks me. Like you could tell that we used our own hands to stop ourselves from qualifying for this World Cup. It was just our own, it was self-destruct button that we just kept pressing till we achieve what we wanted to achieve. Because I still cannot explain and understand at the same time why we will be calling 54 players. 54 players for this AFCON.
one of the guys that, in fact, we were still talking about this thing. A lot of people are following Nigeria. I don't know why they don't know this because he's an Egyptian. Because I dropped my car for service and the Egyptian that picked me for Uber to take me from work to where the car was an Egyptian and he was talking about why is Nigeria not in the World Cup. And I didn't even know how to answer him. Like my head just went down. Like you don't start with me again today. As in it's so sad. Like I think they were full of it's just a shame. I said it's back to back. He said he knows that it's just unfortunate that at least we have the kind of players that would even make the World Cup even much more interesting. And I said he knows the same the answer is quite clear. And he said he understands that but like obviously you can't keep doing the same thing all the time and expect a different
That's
result.
right.
And I
That's
think,
it.
and that's the thing.
That's
And
it.
if people from other people can see this and are understanding all of this, I just wonder why. I just wonder why they should just pity small now and just make okay, just 50%, make 50% work and do the remaining 50%.
It,
How like
no,
if, Just do small and make something work.
They don't send. They don't care, you know. And that's the whole point. We are not a country of action and consequence. So people will just keep doing the same things over and over again because we don't get to call them out. We don't hold people accountable. Did you know? Yeah, NFL president went for the World Cup draw. So what lessons do you think is the need for him
I
when
mean, that
he's
is the height of no shame. You
so
can't do
when
what? Are you the one that? Are you the one that? Are you the people? Are you the cap person? You can't do what? And then they will still go and watch that World Cup. And it's not like that. I don't know what they are going there to go and watch. Anyway, it's a pity. It's fine.
Kule, thanks so much for your time. Feel
Thank
free
you,
to
man.
join the live conversation tomorrow. It will be robust, you know. I will take it up to even about 3-4 hours, you know, just to get more persons to join us. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's it. Shout out to Henry, shout out to Kunle for joining the conversation. So feed your eyes on that again. That's the preliminary list, 54-man list, that the provisional list that Coach Eric Shell, released for the Afcon. We've been asking questions. Why this list? Why now? Why this distraction? Nobody said anything. Akole asked a very valid question. The World Cup, the Afcon is already here. 15 days to go. We should have a list. We should know what we're doing. Serious countries, South Africa, they've released their squad list. There's nothing to run, to hide. Egypt, they released their list. Angola, they've released their list. Benin Republic, they've released their list. So I don't know. I really don't understand. But I wish the Super Eagles all the best at the Africa Cup of Nations. I think these players, they deserve, to win. I think they deserve to taste success, put it in their career. Now for OKON, national team football is over, but there's still club football, to keep him, going. So guys, thanks so much for your time. What do you think? For those of you who are just joining, we've looked at the 2026 FIFA World Cup draw. It was done today in Washington D.C., the United States of America. So African teams, they know their opponents now. We're just waiting for the proper schedule, to be released for the World Cup, and that to start next year in June. So which of the groups really got you talking? Let me just run through some of the other comments, and then I'll wrap up the show. Nicholas, I think I saw this comment from Facebook. He said, yes, Super Eagles can win the Africa Cup of Nations. I wonder where you're getting your confidence from. But as I said, then it won't be by design. It will just be, okay, maybe luck, fortune, divine assistance. Our football has passed that stage. We should start doing things deliberately now. We should be winning by design and build a system and structure, a lasting one. Album said there is no small team in Africa anymore. I totally agree with you. I've said my underdog team is Comoros, followed by Mozambique, followed by Botswana. Mozambique is a decent underdog. Uganda is a decent underdog. So we're going to be seeing loads of surprises at the Africa Cup of Nations. Ike Njoku, I took this comment. I think that was a very valid comment about Morocco. Albon is just reminding us that Uganda beat Nigeria in a friendly played in Uyo in 2015 and then 1-0. It was the Yamas 100 Cup. I remember that match so well. Albon, Panama might surprise Ghana. We'll see. About wish Ghana well. I'm wishing Ghana well. I'm supporting Ghana at this World Cup. Rachid, showing love to Morocco. Thank you so much, Rachid. I wish you clicked on the link. I'd have loved to speak to you, but I understand most Moroccans speak French, so might just be hard. Victor Cobham, Ghana cannot win Croatia and England no matter what they are going through. You guys show some love to Ghana. And our brothers, album South Korea will beat South Africa. I said the same thing. I know South Korea, they're a very good World Cup team. So yeah. The 48th World Cup format favors many African teams as well. They recently concluded on a 17 World Cup where teams were 48. 9 of 10 African teams made it to the knockout stage. Okay, we'll see. This is senior men's football. Oh, it's different. Album finishing third in the group stages of the new World Cup format gets you to the knockout stages. Absolutely. So, guys, thank you so much. That's about it. Let me call it. Let's wrap it up. Let the curtain falls right there on this one. So, if you followed my reflection today, I had to really think about football in Nigeria. After watching the draw ceremony for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and I asked myself questions. Why is Nigeria missing out of this World Cup? Why didn't we take it seriously? Why did our leaders not do the right thing? Why are we not partaking in this football festival, this fiesta, this global assembling of the world's best footballing countries? It was tough, it was difficult, but hey, maybe this might just be the reawakening that we need. Maybe this is the reflection. Maybe this time around, we really need to learn. It should pierce us to start reacting positively towards, developing football in Nigeria. Let's keep that conversation going right there in the comment section. How can we develop football in Nigeria, particularly after missing out of the World Cup back to back? That's the conversation I want us to have. Thank you so much, guys, for your time. I'll be back again tomorrow, and tomorrow it will be a very interesting conversation. I'll try to get ex-internationals. I'll open it up for you guys to come talk about football development and management in Nigeria. I'll see you around again. That's it.